All right, we're on the bench here, 24 hours. We only have about 6 or 7 hours left. The rain started back up, but praise the Lord, we've got a canopy over us. And I'm Buddy with CITA, CITA Rescue Mission, and we're here with Amy. The founder of the Recovery Fest. And not this past year, year before last, we were able to get involved. And I tell you what, it just amazed me of what's going on. So Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself and also tell us about the ministry you've got.
Thanks, Buddy. It's so good to be here with you guys this morning. Good morning, everybody. So Brevard Recovery Fest was launched as a task from the Brevard Opioid Misuse Task Force back in 2021 when Marion County Heroin Task Force came over and said, "What's wrong with you people in Brevard? Why don't you have a recovery fest?" And we all looked at each other and went, I don't know. Why don't we have a recovery fest? So in 2022, we launched the very first Brevard Recovery Fest, ending the stigma of addictions and mental health. We are a 501c nonprofit charitable organization, and we're the largest community collaborative effort in Brevard County to end the stigma of addictions and mental health, bringing treatment and recovery resources, which Buddy and CITA Mission is one of over 100 vendor sponsors and donors that come to the table to share their resources for people in the county that are struggling with addiction. My husband and I also started Recovery Church Space Coast Palm Bay that meets every Monday night at 6:30. It's a support group for people that are dealing with any type of addiction that would need help, and we just help come alongside them and point them to organizations like yourself and, New Life Mission, as well as many other organizations. We recently had breakfast with Ways of Life, and we're partnering with them to help them get treatment and recovery resources for their aging out youth, for the foster care and the brand new 24-bed units that they have, those apartments. Have you been over there to tour that, Buddy?
Well, I haven't gotten a tour, but I passed by.
Capernaum Place?
Yes,
oh my gosh.
I actually was sick when they had the tours.
The open house,
yeah. Open house.
Well, he's over there all the time now.
He told me that. I saw him at the Recovery Fest. Said, "Look, I'm sorry, I was sick, couldn't get over there."
Yeah,
And
Dwight
said,
Bell, Wings
by.
of Grace,
Dwight,
awesome ministry to these kids and young people,
yes.
young adults. So we're really helping to not only end stigma, but get people connected with treatment and recovery. We know that addiction plays a big role in homelessness.
Yes.
And we don't want anybody to suffer. One of our other large partners is Circles of Care, and with the CORE initiative in the state of Florida, now there's guaranteed entrance at any time. No one should be struggling today. If they need detox or they need rehab, we can get them help. They can get them help right away.
I know it. That's marvelous. It really is. That is great. I didn't know that until you just told me that. I need to be more involved in places. I was told
you
that
have
this
me.
morning.
You have me,
there
buddy.
You go. There you go. I just need
Just
to
give
come
me a call,
visit.
give you the update.
I need to come visit with you once or twice a week.
Yeah,
but anyway.
The other thing we were talking about too is the asset mapping that's happening from Titusville all the way down to the South County. So right now, Christy Stewart over at Love in the Name of Christ is spearheading the asset mapping for Melbourne, and Susan Conley with the Prosperity Initiative is heading that asset mapping up for Palm Bay. So everyone is familiar with what the assets are in our county to get help.
And explain it a little bit better to those that are watching this on the live stream and everything. Sort of give them some tidbits of what all is going to be done there and how it is going to help us come together and better serve.
So they are literally creating a map of every asset for people struggling with homelessness, addiction, mental health. And so the maps will be laid out in zip code areas, and they're trying to become more relational with all of those assets. So they're going out into the community and literally walking neighborhoods to find out who's in the neighborhood, who's supportive on these topics, who needs more information about homelessness. We know we have a lot of businesses that struggle with homeless people that kind of hang out on the bench outside of their business, and they don't know what to do. So really getting out into the community and letting these businesses know that there are resources available, there's help available, there's support available, and the maps will show where these various assets are to be published for the community.
One of the things when I was talking to Tara came out real early in the morning, like 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that. And something that really got my attention on that, and I was explaining to her, I was in a meeting just a few weeks ago, Brandon and myself, and there were about 5 or 6 other providers, a pastor of a church, since Daily Bread is, closed down. they're experiencing some of those coming over. They feed their congregation every Sunday after services, and so people are showing up there inviting them in. And people were giving them some of them were giving them a hard time. Say, well, I want to take 5 or 6 and want to eat off. And they said, the city's already been over here. Said we cannot have people taking food out and all that kind of stuff. We're not a feeding ministry. And he just brought us in to maybe, gain a little bit of information and see how he could better serve and better help the homeless population. And so when we were there, we were sat around a table, and the first thing the pastor said, he said, I don't have an agenda. I don't have an agenda at all. He said, I just want us to talk. I'm going to share with you what we're experiencing, and we want to see how we can help you guys and how you guys can help us and how we can help each other. And we go to the meetings and we have a main speaker or a couple of main speakers and all that. I gleaned more information in that meeting sitting around, and I found out more about the providers than I thought I knew everything about them. But I found out a lot more information. And so that's one of the things Amy and I have been talking about for a couple of months. We start getting together. But
that's called collaboration,
buddy. Collaboration,
that's
yes.
what we do.
We're better together.
We're better together. That's right.
Yay. She started me on that. Yeah. I'm remembering it now. You said it enough. Anyway.
Yeah, and our hashtag is We Recover Together.
And we recover together.
Yes, so good.
I think what's going on with the mapping and everything is that that's going to bring these organizations together, and we're going to have some of that now. And so I'm excited to get involved. I wasn't going to attend because Tanya was going to be the person over there, but I've been convinced that I probably need to go and do that. So that's what we're going to do.
Well, good.
So anyway.
Well, God bless you, buddy. Thank you for all your hard work in the county. Thank you.
Let me ask you, how's the Recovery Church doing? I was really impressed when I went over there.
Yeah, so we're a shepherding church. And so what that means is we've got them coming nice and slow, and we just kind of mentor and shepherd them in the direction they need to go. We love on them, right? Yeah. Let them know that they're not bad people who need to get good. They've got a disease and they can get well. Yes. I mean, I've got 40 years of continuous recovery, and I think I look pretty well today. We do get well. We do recover. It is possible, right? But we really need to do it in community. Yeah. This disease of addiction loves to isolate people and get them all alone.
Just
so when we bring them into community and we can support them and encourage them and help them any way we can, love on them, like you said. That's right.
Love on them like Jesus loved on us.
That's right.
And I tell you what really I like, and if you're needing a recovery program and some people to love you, I just tell you, I would go visit out there, and we'll give you the address and all that here in just a minute, because there's different ages out there. There were people as old as me. There were people as young as probably you are. They were men, they were women, and they were couples. And I'm going to tell you something. It was one of the best recovery meetings that I've been in around here, to be honest with you. Y'all are doing a wonderful job out there.
Thank you, buddy.
Tell us when you meet and where you're meeting at.
So we meet on Monday, every Monday night at 6:30. We meet at Life Point Church in their Freedom Hall. Yep. That's 1420 Sportsman Lane, Northeast Palm Bay, right next to the Harley-Davidson dealer at Palm Bay Road 995. Every Monday night at 6:30, anyone struggling with an addiction, come on out. We'll just love on you and share what we did, and hopefully you can join us in doing it too.
You will find the love, and you'll find the people that really truly care about you, and will work with you and love you and support you and be there for you when you need to reach out to someone. It was a great time. Matter of fact, I think after we opened Helen's house, our first girls that were baptized were actually baptized over there at the Recovery Church.
Yes, it was very exciting.
That was a blessing to be over there. I think it was 3 of them that night, wasn't it?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
And so they're doing a great work out there. Get involved. Laura, thank you for stopping by. I know we're in the rain, but something, we're looking for solutions. And if I could ask you one question, we're fortunate. We have a canopy over us. But I thought last night as we were having these storms come in and out, the ones that were sitting up under a ledge somewhere.
Yes, I had the same
covered.
thought. Yes.
And if I could ask you one question, where do you think, as far as we have a lot of wonderful programs, a lot of wonderful nonprofits, faith-based programs that are working in our city and our county, but is there anything that that'll come to your mind that we're missing somewhere, or we have people that are falling through the cracks that we're not addressing? Can you think of anything like that? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I think that it's a difficult conversation. I would say probably our law enforcement right now are in the greatest need of having people come alongside them to help them get these people placed, because they are our first responders. And I know when I talk to the commander over at the Melbourne Police Department, and also Jeremy Gonzalez, Major Gonzalez up at the Titusville Police Department, you know, one of the things he said is, you know, when he started to become a law enforcement officer, he thought he was just going to go capture bad guys.
Yeah.
But he said now he's putting together teams that are going out to minister to these homeless people and help them get off the street. There's a fantastic program. In fact, I just shared it with the commander over at the Melbourne Police Department called HEART, which is Homeless Advocacy Response Team, which Winter Park has put together, a 2-man law enforcement team that is literally going out and making contact with homeless people in Winter Park and intentionally one-on-one getting them into the resources in the community that they need. It's been a very powerful bridge from law enforcement into, because they're on the streets. I mean, they're the ones that are doing the work.
Yeah.
So I would say, you know, reaching out to our police departments and making sure they have resources, know about resources, know where people can go, is probably one of the most vital links that we could make.
The wisdom that you have, I learned something fresh every time you come. I had not heard about that program, but I will check into it here in a little while.
Yeah, Winter Park.
Winter Park.
Police officers,
Park program.
They have 2 of them. It's awesome.
Wow. That is great. That's
Yes.
wonderful. I thank you for coming and stopping by. It's slacking off a little bit, so you won't get too wet going, you know, getting out of here.
It's all worth
But thank you, and thank you for all that you do for our community.
Oh, God
and for
bless you.
those that are hurting and needing help.
Yes.
I know they have someone